Hello and welcome back to another session of relationship Q&A. Thank you so much for coming. How are you today? How is everyone doing? Thank you so much for coming. How has your week been? Okay, I'm so excited to be here today. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, if this is your first time of coming to one of these live streams, you're very welcome. Please do well to smash the like button and follow me on Instagram, on Facebook at Everyday Matters One, and I'll be more than happy to have you as part of my family. But thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, returning follower, thank you so much. You're the reason why I do this every single week. Thank you so much. So we do this live Q&As every Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time and 6 p.m. Nigerian Europe time, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. So please feel free to join us every single Sunday. We'll be more than happy to have you. So today we have a very interesting topic and I have a very special guest with us today. She's going to be joining us at some point today. And the topic we have on ground is how to spice up your relationship. You're a married couple. How do you spice up your relationship? If you're a single person in engaged to someone, and maybe you find out that the spark is no longer in the relationship, how do you spice it up? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So this is for men as well as for women. But before I go on, a quick roll call to everyone that's already in the building. Thank you so much for coming. Elias Matters, a Bluebell and Bonnie, thank you so much for coming. How are you? How has your week been? Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Okay, so Elias is saying, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? How's your week been? How is everyone doing? The weekend is so quick. It's gone really quick, honestly. There are some days ago I was saying, oh, thank God it's Friday. Chucked my computer away, like, okay, you know what? I'm done for the week. And before you know it, it's Sunday. The weekend is gone. But I'm glad we've had a great week. I'm glad to be here. Always hope, always glad to be here. Doing okay, being a stressful week. Bless you, Bunny. Okay. I hope that this week goes better for you. Okay, I hope this week is better for you. Right. So like I said before, we're having a special guest, okay? Adese Osawe TV. So she's a counselor. She counsels married couples and even singles that are wanting to get married in her church. So she's like a marriage counselor. So me, I'm gonna be learning from her today as well. So exciting times. Okay, really interesting. But thank you guys so much for coming. For those already in the house, thank you so much. Okay, so before we go on, the question I would like to ask is, what is it that actually makes relationships still? Because we know that from time to time, relationships go still. Say, for instance, couples have been together for a long time, for maybe they've been together for 10, 15, 20 years. The relationship begins to go still. So what could be the issue? And guys, please feel free to put your comments in the comment section and also ask questions as well. We'll be more than happy to give answers to you as much as we can. So why do relationships go still? Why do couples have still relationship at some time? Okay, is this something that they are doing? Is this something that's not they're doing? So why does this happen? So these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. And then we'll be talking about Norma. Thank you so much for coming. It was good to see you too, honestly. I came home, I went to church today. I came home, I was so tired. I just napped. I was looking at the time and I was like, oh my God, how do I do this? I was like, okay, I'll give myself half an hour. So I set my alarm for half an hour was not enough. It wasn't enough time for me to nap. I've not had a nap for after like a nap in the afternoon for a long time. So I woke up like 10 past 4 and started getting everything set up and all that just to be just to be here. Well, yeah, it was good to see you too, Norma. Always good to see you. Okay, so we've got Adese on the screen on already. She's in the back office. I'm just gonna bring her in, okay, so she can talk to us about relationships going still and what we can do to kind of build our relationships. Okay, so I'll just add that to the screen. Add to stream.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama.
Am
Good.
I in? Can you see me? Let
Yes,
me
we
bring
can
this
see
up
you.
a
How
bit.
are you?
Okay.
Good to see you. I know you have been very busy, 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 busy with work, with your course, with church, the children. I know you're a
Yes.
busy woman, so thank you so, so much for coming, for honoring my invitation. I really do appreciate you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
It's an honor
Okay,
to be
so
here.
at this, so
Yeah.
if you want to just give us a little bit of introduction about yourself so that
Yeah.
people would know you, people that haven't
Yeah.
met you before would know who you are, and just
Yeah.
before we crack on.
Okay. Is the fan too loud? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we
Because the
can hear
fan is
you.
on. Is it
Yeah.
better when I switch it off? Is it
I can't
okay?
hear. I can hear the fan.
Okay. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adesomo Osawe from Adese Osawe TV. I think I can see some new faces here, some new
Yeah.
names. All right. I'm a married woman. I'm a mom of five, and I'm based here in Portsmouth, United Kingdom. All right. And what else? Okay, I've been married close to 22 years now by the grace of
Wow.
God. All
Wow.
right. And what else? Yeah, yeah.
And I know that you do counsel and people like young couples in your
Yes,
church as
yes, yeah.
well
Young people. I also
from
do
time to
counseling
time.
in
Yeah.
terms of with the young people and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also a youth teacher in the church. I'm a
Yeah.
choir. Yeah, and so on and
Yeah.
so forth.
Yeah. And she's very
Yeah.
busy. I was talking to her last week. I'm like, you have to stop some of these things you're doing. You're going to
Yeah.
burn out. Stop, stop, stop.
I know, but His
You
grace
know,
is sufficient.
yeah,
His word
God
is
will
so good.
always strengthen you. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming. Your
I think I
background is a
should
bit,
increase this a bit. Just a
yeah, the
second.
lighting, yeah.
No, the volume.
Yeah, and your lighting as well. Are you using a ring
A
light?
ring light.
Can you
Is it?
increase it a little bit?
It's dark, is it?
Yeah, just a little
I don't
bit.
know if it's from my.
Or
Let me
maybe
see.
because mine is over bright.
Yours is really bright.
Yeah, because I
Okay, if
just
I
turn
bring
it
it
up, 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 up.
the
But
highest.
thank you
Okay.
so much for coming. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. So, like I
Oh, it
was
has
saying
the sound.
before,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Oh, that's better.
Okay.
That's better. That's better. Okay, so Healthy Living with Deborah, thank you for coming. Early Years Matters, thank you for coming. Norma, Mental Health Bunny, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you today. So whether you are married or not, the things we're going to be talking about today will be of benefit to you or to someone you know. Okay, so they're really important. Yeah, guys in Dubai, thank you for coming. Okay, so for Adese Osawe is actually a YouTuber, she's a content creator, Adese Osawe TV. Okay, so after this thing, I would like you to in Ines Longer, thank you for coming. I think that's someone from you.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Yes, that's my niece. Yeah.
yeah, so she just said Auntie Ade. So if
Oh,
you like,
hi.
just check her out. If you like what she does, then of course you can follow up. I'm sure you'd love what she does. She's a great content creator. Okay, so we're just going to go straight to the topic of today. Okay, so we know that after when couples get married from maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, or even more, the marriages tend to go still. Yeah, and can you just give us like why does this happen? Why do people marriages or relationship? Why do they go still? Okay, can you just give us maybe one or two reasons why you think this happens?
Yeah. I think first, let me start with the definition of marriage so that we are on the same page and we
Yeah,
understand why we are here. All
yeah,
right. Marriage is an institution ordained by God. It's a good thing. Yeah. It's
yeah,
a very good thing. It's not ordained by man. Yeah. So I think marriage of today, so many things have really destroyed so many marriages in terms of money, in terms of material things. And again, most of us, we are not intentionally about our marriage.
Mm.
I think it is very, very important to be intentionally about our marriage.
Yeah.
For some people, marriage is like they've achieved something. But
Mm.
marriage is not, that's not all about marriage. Marriage is hard work.
Yeah.
You have to put a lot of work into marriage to have a joyful marriage, a sweet home. All right. So we are going to give some few tips what can help. And in between, I will also use myself as an example, what has really worked for me. All
Yeah.
right. So I
Yeah.
also have some people looking up to me. The little thing I have to say about marriage, it has also helped their marriages.
Yeah.
All right. So it is very important we should be intentionally about our marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some
I
people they
mean,
think, oh, okay,
yeah, I was
just
just gonna say it's good that you said you mentioned that being intentional about your marriage, because a lot of
yeah,
us, when we get a lot of people get married and think it's an
yeah,
achievement. When they're in
exactly.
school, when they are growing up, oh, I want to
Yeah.
get married, and they feel that okay,
Mm,
once they are married, that's it. There's
yeah.
nothing more to do. They've achieved and their
Mm,
goal or whatever it is that they are striving for. But it's good to know
mm,
that we need to be in, and I mean, that's like giving you the mic to say,
mm,
yes, marriage is hard work. It's
yeah,
not difficult if you work in your marriage, but it is hard work. So you need to work
yeah,
at it to make it work.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is very important because no one can help you. No one. If you need to
Yeah.
make any adjustment, it has to be between you and your spouse.
Yeah.
It is very important. If you need to read some books concerning marriage, do so. It
Yeah.
helps. It helps.
Yeah.
Marriage is not for babies, it's not for children. Marriage is not beans, according to Nigeria. It's not beans,
Marriage not be being so.
it's not for beans. You understand? So it is very important to look out
Yeah.
to all these things. And you see, like, the topic, I really love the topic, how to spice your marriage. Okay, you said how to spice your relationship, but anything
Mm.
I'm going to be talking here is based on
On
a Christian
marriage.
home.
Yeah.
All right. Please, if you are not married, if you are still single, anything you will hear here, hold it. When you get married someday, then you
You use
practice
it.
it.
Yeah.
Don't do it to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend.
I
All right. It is very, very necessary.
should have changed the topic. How to spice up your marriage.
No, that's also fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I would talk on based on a Christian home. All right.
Yeah.
And please, I don't know if I should plead or let me advise you. After today, don't come after me. Oh, this is not my space. When I finish talking, I will run away.
Say it as it is. Just say it as it is, because
I
we're all here
believe
to learn.
Yeah, I believe our marriages can only get better.
Yeah.
Those little things, just small, 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 small. It's not difficult. When
Yeah.
you make up your mind that yes, this man, I really want to stay with this man, or this woman, I want to spend the rest of my life with this woman, you need to put some work. Put
Yeah.
in some work. It is very important. Of course, it's not easy. You understand? I told you I've been married for over 22 years. Sometimes you think I'm not tired of my husband or vice versa. Of course, sometimes I
Mm.
get tired. But because I know the definition of marriage,
Mm.
it's not a man thing. It has been ordained by God. I'm
Mm.
not doing this because of my husband. I'm doing this because of that man up there.
Yeah.
Because he said marriage is a good thing.
Yeah.
Marriage is to be enjoyed, not to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
So it is very, very important. I remember, should I start or do you want to say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. Just crack on. I'll ask questions as we go, but
Okay. Yeah.
just
There are some certain things I just wish I knew
mm.
before I got married. Things I know now. I wish I knew these things before I got married because
Yeah.
the first few years of my marriage it was a bit tough
Mm.
because I didn't have marriage understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we need a lot of patience,
Mm.
a lot of patience. Because I think it's because of impatience you have divorce here and there, you have separation here and there. All right.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, really, really, if there's a time I find out something from a lady, from not really my friend, but I know this lady, she's divorced now.
Mm.
What was the cause of their problem? Just little thing. It's always little things. All right. And I believe Holy Spirit is going to help us. Okay, so
Amen.
how do we start? For example, ask yourself, when you started dating your spouse, what are the things you used to do? Like we ladies, what are the things you used to do that you got your husband's heart, that he fell for you, or the other
Mm.
way around? Because I understand when kids come, of course, we'll be more busy and all that, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. You have to spice things up in your marriage. Marriage is lifetime business. Oh.
Yeah.
Sweetie, it's not just, oh, I will marry this man, after 5 years I will change. No, it's like that. It all depends how you are taking your marriage, or it all depends your understanding of
Mm.
marriage.
Yeah.
So it is very, very important. What are the things you used to do? Maybe you used to put on bomb shots those days and you stop all of a sudden. All right.
Yeah.
So think about all these things. Like what
Mm.
has also worked for me. Sometimes, maybe when I'm tense, I love to take a walk with my husband, and it
Mm.
helps. I think we should also try this. Take a walk, talk about some certain things. When you are taking a walk together, don't have it in your head that that you offended me the last time. Let it be just peaceful walk.
Be able to forgive.
Be able to forgive. We'll come to that. Be able to forgive,
Yeah.
because that forgiveness, unforgiveness in marriage,
Yeah.
that is another topic of its own. So talk about nice things. Spend time together. It is
Mm.
very, very important. And another thing that also worked for me, that I think will also work for you, make it a habit in the morning. Learn to greet your spouse. Oh, good
Mm.
morning, honey. Depend on whatever
Mm.
you are calling your husband. Learn to greet each other. Be intentional about it. Some of you maybe will be thinking, great morning, afternoon, night. This, just learn it. This, it will it's connecting the both of you. And
Yeah.
I think before I go on, the number one thing you should do to have a sweet home, make God the foundation of your marriage.
Absolutely.
It is very weak, because we cannot do it on our own. We cannot do it, because marriage is hard work. We can easily get fed up of each other if you don't put God in your marriage.
Mm.
So it is very, very important to know this. All right? Talk to each other, have conversation with each other. Good one, not all the time nagging here and there. No. Also learn to smile. Oh, I can't hear
Can
you.
everybody hear me?
I can hear you now.
I don't know what's happening to my connection. It's just
Yeah, it was just
well, it's
moving
just on my
silent.
side. And
Yeah.
you're echoing as well, so I don't
I'm
know.
not echoing.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Can everybody see and hear me? Yes. Okay. So we just continue.
So everybody can hear me. Okay. Yeah. All
Can
right.
you
So
hear Adese echoing, or is it just from my end?
hmm,
Can you mute yourself and unmute yourself? Let's see. And then unmute. Okay.
is this still echoing?
It's still echoing, but I don't know. We'll just continue. No, it's not echoing, so it's just my end, so that's fine.
Okay. All right. So these things are very, it might for some people it might sound very small, or it might sound very huge. No, from time to time, tell your spouses, tell them how much they mean to you.
Yeah.
Appreciate them. Appreciate them. Sometimes I will tell my husband, honey, well done. Well done for taking care of me and the children. Of course,
Yeah.
it is responsibility. Some of us will say, okay, it's his responsibility now. Of course, we know. They learn to appreciate. It means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Also, husbands, also learn to appreciate your wife. It's also not
Yeah.
easy with us, with the house chores, with children, with this, cooking, and all that. Learn to appreciate. Each time my husband tells me, "Oh, well done, I'm not home, but the home is intact. Thank you for taking care of my children." It strengthens
Yeah.
me, it gives me strength.
Yeah.
It gives
And
me strength.
if you think about it,
Yeah,
when you do something and someone appreciates you, you know how you feel.
you want to do more.
So why don't you do it also for your partner? Because that's the same thing it will do to them. So it makes you happy. That means that
Exactly,
if you're doing it for your partner as well, it will make them happy. So,
exactly.
but just before you crack on, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna say a few things like some
Yeah,
of the so when we get married, sometimes when we are early in marriage, maybe no
yeah.
children yet,
Hmm.
or maybe we're not busy. But after some time, the children come and the children tend to take our attention away from our
Yeah.
spouse. Sometimes we start working because there's bills to pay, there's this to do, there's this, and then all that tends to take our attention away from our spouse so that we forget the
True.
relationship. We forget what brought us together in the first place. Okay,
Exactly.
and before you know it, you start living together like brother and sister. Before you know it, you're no longer
Yeah.
excited about seeing each other. That connection is not there anymore. So at that point, when that happens, that's when we now start. What do we do to
Exactly.
repair the
Yeah.
relationship? Say, for instance, just like you said before, you were the one that would come home and wear Mr. Ross, thank you for coming. You are the one
Yeah.
that will come that when your husband comes home, you're wearing bomb shorts or wearing something nice, but because you've been so carried away by things, the cares of this world, you no longer, in fact, you're tying wrapper on your chest. Okay,
Hmm.
and the man is no longer not you're no longer attracted to the man. The same with the man as well. Maybe when you got married, you were fit, and all of a sudden, because you're now married, you are now relaxed, and then you start having
Exactly.
pot
Hmm.
belly. You no longer
Hmm.
care for yourself.
Hmm.
Okay, so at that point, that physical attraction is no longer there anymore. So in that case,
Hmm.
how do we when that physical attraction is gone, when that excitement to see your husband
Hmm.
is not there anymore because there's so much on your mind, the children are there, this is that. So how do we repair that? How do we
Yeah.
repair that relationship?
That is why you have to be intentional. Because, like, I remember early stage of my marriage, because I do a lot, I take care of the children. At the end of the day, I'm so exhausted. When
Mm,
my husband gets home, I'm always angry. It's like I'm not getting any help from him. You see,
yeah.
then one day, that's why I said you have to put everything in God's hands. You need God. You have to pray about it. When you pray about it, Holy Spirit will definitely help you.
Yeah.
Okay, after praying, then you have to just sit down, reflect, just reflect back, think, oh, since the excitement is no more in the house, what
Mm-hmm.
was that excitement? It is only you that can bring it back to your home. Nobody
Yeah.
can help you. You just have to start doing what you used to do.
Yeah.
That was what also helped me. Sometimes my husband would tell me, you're too aggressive, you are this, you are that. It hurts me. I
Mm,
also talk. Sometimes I sit in myself, when it's time for us to talk. You have to understand me. Let's talk.
yeah.
So with prayer and everything, I started bringing back all those things I used to do. That's my real
Yeah.
addict, not this monster. All right. So it
Mm,
is up to you. You have to start doing it. Don't
yeah.
pretend. When you do it genuinely, you start enjoying your marriage little by little, everything will
And
now
it's
come
easy to
back to normal.
become that monster that you're talking about. It's so easy because you have so much going
Very,
on. You've got
very
so much
easy.
going on. So it's easy to
Yeah, when
just
you're
like snap
exhausted,
at because you're like, you're supposed to be helping
yeah,
me. You're not helping me, things like that. So it's easy
exactly,
to become that person that you didn't used to be.
exactly,
So it's important,
yeah,
like you said, to try to go back to the roots. Like what is it that I was doing that
exactly.
I'm not doing anymore?
Bring it back.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We should also learn to smile a lot with each other. There are some men, they will smile with everybody, maybe in church or in their
Mm,
office, smile with this, smile with that. Immediately they get home, their wife is always the last person to smile with.
mm,
Bring it home. All these things, And also try to do things together, and also pray for your spouse.
Yeah.
Pray for you.
Yeah.
It is very important. Not just reporting your spouse to God. Oh, God, deal with this man. I used to do that before. Oh my goodness. When my husband wants me to say, I will say, Baba, God, deal with this man. You see,
Mm,
they pray for him. Because the Bible said men should love their wives
mm,
and wives should be submissive. So that means if men is in the building, if you are not loving your wife, it's a sin. It's biblical.
yeah. Yeah.
It's a sin. Then wives, pray for your husband. Pray to God for your that is the way you want your husband to love you. Say it,
Yeah.
confess it. It shall surely come to pass. Not just nagging, not just abusing the man from head to learn to pray for your husband.
Yeah.
Wives and husbands to learn to pray for your wives. It is very, very important. And regularly, it shouldn't be one day thing. It should be regularly. Regularly, learn to pray for him. We'll come to all those skimping wearing. Let me just start with all this.
The basics. Yeah.
Exactly. It is very important. We need to
Yeah.
know all this. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very important. Yeah. We should also learn to listen to each other.
Yeah. And you said something about patience as well. So patience is because when you're
Yeah.
living with someone, it's hard that you don't cross each other's paths. So there
Yeah.
will always be conflict. There would always be conflict. So what we need to do is to be able to be patient and be able to resolve. I think one thing is to be patient. Another thing is to be able to resolve conflict. So don't let the conflict, say for instance, your husband or your wife does something to you.
Yeah.
Don't sweep it under the carpet.
On that
Be able
carpet.
to
Yeah.
talk about it and say, okay, you know what, this is what you've done, this is what's going on. Because if we don't resolve those conflicts at the end of the day, just like the example you gave us, you're angry with your husband for no reason. It's as if the woman hasn't done anything just now, but
Exactly.
you're thinking about the things he's done, all the things he's not doing, and then
Yeah.
you're angry. So we need to be able to resolve conflict and again be patient with our spouse because we know that we're different.
Exactly.
It will take time. So at the beginning, yes, we'll struggle, we'll cross each other's paths and all that, but it takes patience, and with time, we begin to
Yeah.
walk on the same path. God
True.
will help us.
God will help us.
Yeah,
Marriage is hard work. All these things we've been saying, it's not easy, we know, but
yeah,
pray about it. Pray
yeah,
about it. And also learn to check on each other. Husbands, please, when you leave home for work, try to call your wife. Make it
yeah,
an habit. Let it like my husband, he can call me. Even there was a time I went to my city. Most of my friends, let's say all my friends, when I go to visit, maybe after 5 minutes, my phone grown. Okay, I'm there now. Of course, because I really enjoy it. So
yeah,
when there is tension in the house, if I don't hear him call, if I don't hear my
yeah,
phone, it really it tells on me. So we should learn to call each other, not just the husband, the wives as well. Learn to call your husband, learn to check on him. You can
yeah.
just call him and say, "Oh, honey, are you okay? Is everything okay? Hope you are not over stressing
Oh,
yourself."
I
It
just called you
means
to
a
see
lot.
how you're doing. I
I just
just
want
called
to
you to
check
say I
on you.
love you.
Exactly. That one
Mm,
is for every day. I was coming to that. We should learn to say I love you every
yeah,
day. The way we eat, the way we
yeah,
drink water, we should learn to tell our spouses I love you. It means a lot.
yeah.
It means a lot. You know,
Well, can
that
I just ask, why is it that some people find it so hard to say that word? Because I know.
kind of no,
Why?
another thing. Also talk about it. Like my husband, he's that time. Normally, he doesn't say I love you that much. That's why you have to communicate with each other, talk to each
Mm,
other. So I had to, that was, he's typical, not really typical Benin, but he's an Edo man. Then I
mm,
told him, I said, "Honey, this is what I like, tell me I love you." Maybe some
yeah.
Africans they find it difficult, but I think these are things we should let it be part of us.
And some people are shy as well. Some people are shy to like public
Yeah.
affection. When there's some like me, when I'm out with my husband, I want to hold his hands. I want to
Ah,
do, but my husband will be like, we're outside now."
talk about it. My husband used to be like that. Like, I don't mind. Anyway, I can sit on him with my weight. I don't even care. I sit on him. I like to
Yeah,
kiss him in public. So we say,
yes, that's
I do
me.
now.
But for him, he doesn't like that public show of affection.
Yeah,
But I'm like, that's what keeps. That's me. That's my one of my love languages. So you have to speak the language,
exactly.
you know.
Exactly. Oh,
Well,
let's
like you said, we just need to talk about it. Like,
talk
if this is
about
what you
it.
want and the person is not comfortable with it, talk about it and
Yeah,
see if you can come to a compromise somehow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have to be intentional about everything, because if you see some of these divorce we have today, I think although they just need just little, just little thing to spice up things in the house.
Yeah.
Some are because of pride.
Yeah.
Swallow our pride. Do you know? Have you read Corinthians? Have you go and read about it, and read about what's the meaning of love? We need a lot of patience. Not any little thing we explode. Of course, after some time, when you are married to each other, you will not get so used to each other, but we shouldn't let it be that way. Don't
Yeah.
look at your husband is not your brother, your wife is not your sister or your
And
mother or
that's
whatever.
where I was going to come to. So when sometimes when people get married, they become comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
They start seeing each other as like, okay, you are there, I'm here. It doesn't matter, nothing. There's no spark in that relationship anymore. So what can we do? What can we do to help to spice that relationship up so that we're not living as brothers and sisters?
One thing you should know, one thing we should have in our head, that this man, this is my husband, this is not my brother.
Mm,
We are not related in any way. So that was why I said from beginning, we have to be intentionally. You have to
mm,
know why you are in this marriage. It is very, because if you just look at it that, oh, we are like siblings, at the end of the
mm.
day, you are crashing your marriage.
Yeah,
To continue to do all the, I know it's not easy, so we have to pray. By the grace of God, I have a sweet home. By the grace, it's not by my doing,
yeah,
because I want my home. That's It's in your hand. Speak to your marriage.
mm,
Anyhow you want your marriage to be, whatever you want your marriage to be, is in your hand. Nobody can come to help you whatsoever. You have That's why you have to read. If you need to read some books about
books.
marriage,
Yeah,
do it.
I have
Do
a
it.
book I was actually reading. It just it,
Yeah.
it's I've got this book I'm actually reading. It says the truth about men. You
Exactly.
know,
It's about them.
I've got a
Exactly.
couple of books like that. I'll just pick
Yeah.
and then I'll just start reading, like trying to get an understanding about, okay, how does my husband think? How does his mind work?
Exactly.
What can I do to
Exactly.
help my relationship?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but like books are really important, and sometimes messages
Very
as well.
important. Messages. Exactly.
There's this man,
Yeah.
Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo.
Oh, I
I
love.
don't
Yeah,
know
I
the
love that
I don't
guy.
know the
Yeah.
name of his church, and his wife is
Yeah.
Mildred. I listen to them from
Mildred.
time to time. Maybe when
Me
I
too.
have a
Me
chance, I'll
too.
listen to them. They have
Mm,
good
mm.
advice most of the time. So listen to those kind of messages. Read books. That really would help to learn new things that you
Yeah.
don't even know about your spouse.
Exactly.
You know?
True. All those things really help, because on our own we cannot do it on our own. We cannot do it on our own. Go back to God. Tell him, oh, that this is how you want your marriage to be. Holy Spirit will help you. You just need to ask. You need to ask. What has really helped me? This book,
Mm.
Model
Mm.
Marriage. I don't know if you can see it.
Someone is asking me who wrote that book. It's the person is called Ian K. Smith.
Yeah,
Ian K. Smith,
read that book. Yeah.
MD. Ian, IAN,
Hmm.
K, as in K for, I don't know whether it's Kevin or something, then Smith, Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wrote the book. I've not finished it yet. I've got up to this, I've gone past half of it, and I've just left it there, but I've learned a lot. So yours is Model Marriage. Really
Yeah.
good. So reading books is really important. So
Yeah.
I talk with Richie saying that what was Richie's comment? So if you tell your husband, because one of the things that we can do to spice up our marriages is to tell them what you want, like what we're
Exactly.
saying before. Richie is saying that if you tell them, they won't do it again. Like you
No,
tell
no, no.
them
So
this is
don't
what you
stop
want.
there. No, Richie, you don't stop there. You
Yeah,
know, like, I think another one that is also, just plan a weekend getaway, just
yeah,
yourself
yeah,
and your husband. It helps. Don't
Yeah.
stop. That's why we said from onset that marriage is hard work. You don't do
Yeah.
it today and relax. You have to do it all the time, again and
Yeah.
again. It is very, very important.
And someone was saying that is the little things, I think it was Enchonda's copy on the little things that actually matter. Say for instance, someone is
Yeah.
angry, like for a lot of men, when their wives are angry, they want to give advice. Okay, so he's saying that don't give advice, just let the person rant. So if I'm angry, let me bring out that steam instead of trying to advise me. So if I'm telling you this is what's happening, let me be able to do that instead of you advising me and then shutting me up. Like I won't be able to express my emotions. Okay, so it's important that we allow. So, for instance, if you come to me, if my husband comes to me and say, you did this or you did that, instead of me to listen to him, I'm giving
Mm.
excuses or I'm advising him a different way to do it. But what he just wanted was for me to listen. So these
Yes,
are really
yes. Of course, it's very
important things for
important.
relationships to be able to succeed.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
but thank you. I'll just do a quick roll call for the people that have just come in. Thunder Scorpion, Essex Chronicle, Inspirational by Mary, Ify Best Channel, Fitness Study. Thank you all so much for coming. A Talk with Richie Cobbs then. Thank you all so much for coming. Elliot Matters TV, thank you all so much. Believers Class, thank you for coming. I see you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we're talking about today is how can we spice up our marriages. So we've talked about some things that can make our relationships go stale. Like for instance, you get too busy with the children, you take your partner for granted, and then you stop doing things that you used to do that used to get your partner all excited. We've talked about that, and now we're talking about how do we bring back the spark in our relationship. If that spark is gone, how do we bring it back? And what we've talked about so far is to tell your partner what you want. And Adesia just told us that a weekend getaway. Okay, and that to me is very interesting.
Not just weekend getaway, to get a good sex, correct sex.
Wow.
Not to go to fight, oh, not to go to quarrel, just get away from home. Organize nanny or whatever for the children. If you
Yes.
want to scream down the roof, just do it when you get to the hotel. I have a friend. My friend said, that, oh, have I tried this position that I should grab, you know what ceiling fan? I'm sure most of us know what ceiling fan.
Banke. Adese.
She's a mad girl. She said, grab that ceiling fan and give her correct. If you need to do that, do it. Do
Yeah.
it. So don't have to, if you maybe you were angry with your spouse or whatsoever, just put that one aside. Get a
Mm.
weekend and just go away, go
Someone
to
is
a
asking,
beach.
what about the children? For those that have children, what
That's
do
what
they
I'm saying. I
do?
said organize nanny. Organize somebody
Yeah.
to take care of your children. If you don't
Yeah.
have siblings, family, or friends here, organize a nanny. Organize. I'm a mom of 5, for goodness
Mm.
sake. Sometimes
Yeah.
I just want just me and husband, my husband, no
Yeah.
children. No children. Children is not an excuse. Children are blessing. These children
Yeah.
were saying, my children, my children, my children. I'm a terrific mother. Honestly, my kids, they tell me, Mom, you are the best mother in the whole wide world. Of course, it
Mm.
doesn't mean you don't love your children. Sometimes you just have to be selfish a little bit. You need your time and your hobby. That's why if you don't get away for maybe get away sometimes, you will get too used to each other. That's why you'll be saying, oh, I'm tired. You
I'm
have to
tired.
spice it up with all
And
these
some that
things.
Scorpion just said just now that
Yeah,
sometimes it gets predictable that you know what's going to happen. You know that okay, it comes back from work, you do this, and then the next day you go to work. It becomes predictable. But when that element of that
exactly.
excitement of going away, you know that okay, it's just the two of us, we're going
Exactly.
to do
Just the two of
whatever we
us.
want. You
Scream.
know,
If you want to
exactly.
scream,
It
scream.
gives you more that excitement comes back
Yeah.
like, oh my God, just the two of
Mm,
us.
exactly.
So
Yeah. I remember when myself and my husband were away for 3 days. That 3 days, I was like, oh, 3 days, I beg, slow down. I don't want to
okay,
get back
yeah.
home. It's
And then
really,
you go fast, fast.
it goes very quickly. And also, also try something new.
Yeah,
Not same style, because I have some men complaining, my wife only giving me this way, giving me. Try something new
yeah,
in the other room. All
yeah.
right. Not same thing, same thing. When if you are eating a goosey every day, you get tired.
You get tired. Yeah.
You get tired. Don't
Yeah.
say, of course we are tired. Of course it's not easy with the house, with the children and everything. But
Yeah.
what or sometimes we the women, so you hear some African women will say, no, I can't tell my husband I want sex.
Mm.
Initiate it.
Yeah.
If you have some men, Thunder Scorpion is here. If a lady, if you should initiate sex, they find it very special. They enjoy it. I'm telling you from experience. It's very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be shy about it. Some people can't talk about sex with their spouse. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
And another thing, please don't punish your husband with sex. I
Yeah,
was
just before we
yeah,
go to that part, because that's very
yeah,
important as well. When we're
yeah.
talking about position, when we're talking about, okay, a man is saying, no, I don't want to eat a goosey soup every day, and then he
Yeah,
goes out to look for maybe okra soup.
yeah.
But tell me, if you're giving him different styles, giving him as in surprising him, being spontaneous and all that, of course
Exactly.
that's different kinds of soup. It's not the same. You understand? So if we really want to spice up our relationships, then we need to be creative. We need to be creative. And we're talking the other day. When we say creative, doesn't mean that you go and kill yourself. Hang on the fan if you can. If you can't hang on the fan,
Simple.
it's not a must. Do something else.
Consult.
I was watching. I think I went to African New TV and I met this lady, Susan Herbert Tips, and she was talking about different stars. I went there, I was just listening, like, really? I went there to learn. Honestly, I
Right.
went
You have to write.
I must pick my book and begin to write. You understand? Because what I want is to spice up my relationship with my husband so that
Exactly.
I'm not
Yeah.
giving him the same thing every day and he's not like get to a point where it's like, oh, now only papa and mama style, according to what they call it. Because we're
Exactly.
going
Rock
to
your
try different things.
yeah.
Some might be uncomfortable at first, okay, but the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. And again, we're doing it for the sake of keeping our marriages. Okay, so
Exactly.
it's really important that we speak loud, that we single are listening and observing. I was just reading a few comments. It's on the Scorpion. Richie held your comment. I don't know what you said. If she's on the phone, play again, tease her to see how long she can resist. Yeah, so you can do that. The same with the man as well. There was some videos that were going viral a while ago where the lady will come with a towel on her, she'll tie a towel on her body, and she goes to her husband or so, and then remove the towel just to try to tease him and see his reaction. You understand? Even if you don't want to do anything, just it's a way of
Exactly. Just
playing
funny.
with each other.
With each
You know,
other.
so it doesn't always have to end. You don't have to always go the whole way, but that excitement of playing and all that. And there was one after she did that, she just put her clothes back. But I just wanted to see your
Exactly.
reaction.
Your
Nigga
husband
was
was
like,
fine.
"You're wicked," you know. Yeah, so it's where it's by so many people were trying it, like drop the
Yeah.
towel
Yeah.
challenge. Different people were doing it. I found that really interesting. You know, so
Exactly.
that those are kind of things that you use to spice up your relationship. Not just
Mm.
and a lot of us are so comfortable doing the missionary. Okay, I think we might have to do a different video where we talk about different styles and things like
Different
that.
sound. Yeah.
You understand? To try to
Yeah.
educate us on different things
Yeah.
that we can do. Not that I'm an expert, I might get someone else as well, maybe a Daisy
Yeah.
and someone else to come and talk to us about different positions.
Yeah.
You
It is
understand?
very
Just to kind
important.
of
I
spice
have
up your
everything on this
relationship.
book. I will show you all
Mm,
styles, different
yeah,
written by Bishop that he was me. This is not the Orishirishi I learn every day. He's a doctor every day. I will use this book
yeah,
to talk about it. Honestly, it's very
yeah.
important to know
Please
all this.
send when you finish, send me a
Honestly.
message with the title and the writer so I
Yeah.
can find it myself. Because
Yeah.
we're all learning. You understand?
Exactly. It has really
Yeah.
helped me.
And then you were talking about being tired. What
Yeah.
when we say okay, your partner wants, we're saying we're tired, we're trying to punish. I think that's where you were going.
Exactly.
That we
Yeah.
shouldn't punish our partner with.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Honestly, I remember those days, early stage of my marriage. Maybe when my husband offend me. Normally, I sleep like naked banana. I don't wear anything to bed. Each time we have misunderstanding, those Ubuntu pajamas when we have visitors in the house, I will put on underwear. Normally, I don't sleep with panties. But just because I just want to close my leg, it is no good. You are not helping matter. We are not helping matter. All right? Please don't starve him. It's his right. It's his right. All right? So,
I'm just reading Richie's comment that she tried it and the husband said he doesn't have energy before she go and kill him. The man is telling you his mind though.
so make some conversion for him.
Exactly.
Call on Susan about tips. I think she should talk more about that.
Yes, we'll find another time to talk about these
Yes.
things, like sex
Another
in
thing
more
that I
detail.
think is also very important, our way of dressing as well.
Yes.
You see
Yeah.
some mothers, I'm not here to hurt anybody, but it's just the truth. Some will say, oh, because I'm married, they will tie wrapper, they will wear dirty clothes. You are
Mm.
turning your husbands off. It's just like maybe your husband wearing torn, what's it called? This their boxer. Those
Mm.
things like that turns me. I don't know. I don't know of other people. So it is very important we should always, even though dress nice at home, even though you are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Some people they can wear their best to church, their best to parties. You know, when you see them at home, they will be like two different persons entirely.
Yeah.
Why? Why? If
And
you're
that's
that type,
bad.
you're not makeup. So just makeup at home. Look good. You
And
know.
that's why I find it so. I only recently
Yeah.
started wearing wigs. I always fix my hair. I always maybe do a braid or do
Yeah. Yeah.
crochet or something. And the reason I don't like wigs is because when
Hmm.
you come in, you take it off,
You
and then
take it
you're,
off. Yeah. With
I
but
don't like.
also hands cornrow underneath. Like me, I'm wearing a wig, but I
Yeah,
have hands
I have cornrow
cornrow.
underneath, but I
Yeah.
feel like it doesn't do me justice. I prefer to have a weave on that I
A
can
proper
patch
one. Yeah.
and then wear my net. So even like I did my cornrow myself, and what I do is when I
Yeah.
want to go to bed, I just wear my bonnet because
Yeah.
I don't want my husband to see me with.
You, that's why you are intentional about it.
Yes,
You have to be
yes.
conscious about it. It is very
But that's
important.
a lot of us. That's what we do. We don't care when we are
Mm.
going out. We wear the wig
Yeah.
and makeup and go. And when we come home, we just
Exactly.
throw everything away and say, okay, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
But the man that married you saw you out. He didn't see you inside the house before he
Exactly.
married you. He married you with the way you were looking beautiful. So you want to make an
Exactly.
effort, okay, for your
Yes.
with your hair, with your clothes, with your dressing, even with
Mm.
your is it lingerie or lingerie.
Lingerie in
Yeah.
French.
So
Yeah.
it's really important that
Exactly.
we do that as well. You
Mm.
know. So our dressing is really important. And I know that we were at I can't remember where we were when you were talking about some women that would just wear boo boo. Like,
And they wear this agbada at home. I'm
yeah,
not saying agbada is not good. You can wear them maybe when the kids are home. You know, like me, I have my normal housewear and I also have bedroom wear. You don't
yeah,
wear agbada to the bedroom. You get to wear something see-through, some
yeah,
nice, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all these things. These are, some people say, why? At least this body has seen everything. No, 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 no.
yeah,
You can still make just look good, look different. Try to
yeah.
be different girl. Bring back that girl when your
That he
husband
met.
leaves you. Bring back that girl to
And I remember one of my friends a couple of months ago now, he was not complaining, he was just telling me like, why do women just not care? No, he said, why did she decide that? I can't remember how he said it. Well, basically, and then we did a live stream about I did a live stream about that. Why do women let themselves go once they get married? So basically, when they got married, she was dressing nice, wearing nice underwear. She was nice. She was smelling nice and all that. And by the time they got married, she decided to be wearing those big knickers. And the guy was
yeah.
happy about it. So I said to him, I'm like, if this what bothers you so much, why don't you buy her what you want? Because that's another thing we can do. If you know something that you
Exactly.
want to
Yeah.
see in your partner, then what you can do is buy it for them. Just don't tell them like, okay, you don't need to directly tell them, but one way you can tell them is to buy it for them and say, why don't you try this on? And when they wear it, you'll be like, okay, I really like the way you look on this. And I asked him, like, why haven't you done that? He said he has done it plenty times. She wears it once or twice and then throws it away back to her old things.
You see, that's why we have to be intentional. Don't do it
Yeah.
today and tomorrow you forget about it. No, no, it's not an easy thing. But when you start doing, before you know, you get used to it. It will now become a norm for you. That norm, I have
Yeah.
to look good. Sometimes call your husband. You can also plan for a solid and good, correct sex. You know that you can call your husband, just tell him, okay, honey, do you know what? Today, if you see this style, I'm going to give you today. Your husband will be looking forward to come home.
Yeah.
Don't be shy about it. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Talk about it. Oh, okay. For me, I don't like makeup. So when I want, no, you don't. Me also, I'm not a makeup person. I like very light, mild or light makeup. I'm not. You don't have to. I said for those that make up, maybe your husband loved you when he saw you. Don't stop. Keep. I think you don't have to make up. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. It's up with Richie. For those that loves makeup, all right. Don't make up for outside people. Make up for your husband as
Yeah.
well. All right, it's very important.
He said his reaction changed when I told him I was the one, and that made me realize that he missed that part of me. Can you imagine? So he's missed the fact that you dress up and look after yourself, and now you're not doing that anymore. So he might not come out and tell you like, okay, you need to do this, but
Yeah.
now that you know that he misses, it's something that he likes. So it's something that you want to do quite
Yes.
often. So it's not necessarily like Adese said, not makeup. I think I saw Onome Odien just now. I think I did. Zoba as well, thank you for coming. Onome, thank you for coming. Where is she? Hello everyone. Listen, everyone, thank you for coming. I see you there. So you don't necessarily need makeup to look good. And I remember when we had that live stream for, was it Uncle Gilmore? And someone was saying that some women don't look nice because they don't have money to take care of themselves.
You don't need much to take to
Yeah,
look
and we
good.
said that you don't necessarily need money to take care of this. All you need is to have a nice hair on, have a clean dress on, something that your spouse would like. You
Exactly.
understand? It's not good to say, okay, because there's no money, therefore you look tattered, therefore you don't care anymore. And you need to take care of yourself as a woman, as a
Very
man.
important. Yeah.
Be careful with what you
Exactly.
eat, be careful with the exercises, and that's something I find really difficult. Like I personally at the time I was very would I say big at a point when I was at university. But someone came to me once and said, I think I was in my first year then, because I did pre-degree. And then he said, Harry, you have changed, or you used to be very slim and beautiful. That word there echoed in my, even till now, it's still echoing in my brain. You
You
understand?
used to.
What I
Can you
did is,
imagine?
yeah. So what I did, I started drinking coffee, black coffee, almost harm myself because I wanted to lose. That's how desperate I was. And
Hmm.
after some time, I couldn't put on the weight anymore. I started eating and eating and eating. All my muscles, everything were dry. So I couldn't put on the weight anymore. So
Hmm.
from then on, it took a long time. Only recently I started putting on weight. And once I
Hmm.
see that, okay, I'm beginning to put on weight, I'll be like, okay, what am I eating? What am I doing? What am I not
Exactly.
doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So that's a way to take care of yourself. Don't just leave
Very
yourself
important. Yeah.
and just forget, like, okay, even though you are putting on weight, doesn't matter. Your partner might not be complaining,
Hmm.
but they
Hmm.
might not like
Exactly.
it, and that would cause them to lose that physical attraction or that excitement that they used to have for
Exactly.
you.
Yeah. So
You
true.
understand? We know that okay, the physical is not everything, but it's a part of it.
Yeah.
You
And
know, so
some they will not tell you. They will not tell you. They'll be
they
looking
will
at
tell
all
you.
those shining legs outside with mini skirt. Why don't you do all that for your husband? All that.
Yeah, yeah, they
Mm,
won't tell you because they're afraid to hurt you. They don't want to hurt your feelings.
yeah,
Most of
that's
the
why
time, they don't
it
want to hurt your
comes
feelings, so they won't
inside.
say anything.
Yeah, please, if men is in the building, if you want your wife to be like this, talk to her,
Tell them.
discuss it with her. It's very important. All right.
I
Also, you can
remember,
wear all those things. If you want your wife to be very skimping, whatever, buy it for her.
yeah,
Teach her how to use those things.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I remember a couple of months ago when I put on a lot of weight. My
Yeah.
husband would be like, "Oh, I like you the way you are. Don't worry, you're fine. You're this." It doesn't want to hurt my feelings. But me, I'm seeing my face is getting big. I'm like, "What's going on?" And then one day he came. One day he said, "Have you been for a walk? When last did you go for a walk?" I'm like, "Uh-huh."
You see, exactly.
You know, so that's him
Exactly.
telling me that
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
putting on too much weight. And then
Exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going for a walk today, you know.
Exactly. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read some comments. So Norma is saying marriage is really hard work because some other women
Yes.
do stay in situ, do do them very well, but their husbands will chase uncareful men. But why? And that's another thing. So sometimes some women do everything they can. They take care of themselves. They dress up. They do everything, but their husbands will still go out. And she's asking why.
That's when prayer comes in.
Yeah.
It's not by
And,
mind.
and another thing is,
Yeah.
you can only do what you can. Someone that's a cheat would
Yeah.
always be a cheat. You
Exactly.
understand? Someone that's a
Yeah.
cheat, and that's why it's important that before you go into a relationship with someone, you
Yeah.
want to know them. So if you go into a relationship with someone knowing that they have a tendency of cheating, then
Yeah.
there's every likelihood that no matter what you do,
Hmm.
they are still going to cheat on you.
Exactly. True.
You know, so but when it comes to that, if you've done everything you can and all that, then as a Christian, you want to go to God in prayer and say, God, help me.
Prayer changes things,
Yes,
honestly.
it does.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why side pieces have become have become bold. Um, your Ines says over last weekend we were away on vacation park. One of the days when I stepped out, my husband was like, "Is this my wife, mama of three?"
Exactly.
Can you
That's my next
imagine?
girl.
Can you
Exactly.
imagine? So when he
Yeah.
sees you, he'll be like, "Ah, is this my own? I'll be now only me
Exactly.
get this one."
Because you see that same person in the house. That's why you need to
Right,
move
yes,
out.
because you made an effort. You made an
Yeah.
effort to say, okay, you know what, let me do this, not just for yourself. So sometimes I
Mm.
dress up because I want to feel good, but you're also doing
Yeah.
it for your partner as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Exactly.
just read a few more comments. A talk with Richie says, my hobby don't say a lot. According to him, it feels I will feel bad. So I learn to know if I see his reaction when I bring up topic to show it to him. Understand your man. Exactly. Like
Mm,
I was saying, my
mm.
husband just now, he didn't tell me I was putting on weight. He just asked me,
Exactly.
when last did you go for a walk? You know, so the message was simple and straight, like,
Yeah.
babe, you need to
Exactly.
lose some weight, you know.
Exactly.
You know, my
Yeah.
longer relationship was 5 years. I realized then marriage isn't for me. Okay, so to understand, I'm assuming that at that point the relationship became stale, it became
Mm.
predictable, that you no longer had any form of excitement anymore in that relationship, and that's why you'd be like, no, this is not for me. I can't live with someone like long term.
Mm.
You know, but if the relationship is exciting, if you both are spontaneous, you're doing things to make each
Exactly.
other
Yeah.
happy, then you would want to spend the rest of your life with that person.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's really important. But this happens,
It
and
does.
from time to time, my ex lost weight, then I realized it. Tom the Scorpion said that his ex lost weight and then he realized that he likes the thicker women. And people are
Exactly.
different.
People are
People are
different.
different. Different
Different.
strokes for different folks. Different people want
Exactly.
different things.
Yeah.
You know, someone wants a tall, dark, and handsome guy. Someone else
Mm.
wants a fair person. Someone
Exactly.
wants them big with backside and boobs
I'm
everywhere. Someone
not
just
like
wants
that backside. Yeah.
a
I got his
someone
attention because of my backside. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Someone just wants a slim shady. Someone that he can
Yeah.
just pick and just swoop. up,
Exactly.
So everyone
Exactly.
likes different things. You just need to understand what your partner wants, and also you've got your own spec as well. What do you want to see in your husband?
Mm.
Okay, that's really important. I'll read Zoba's comment. Zoba says, for me, I am of the opinion that we keep ourselves clean always. No doubt your husband will love us that way, but also our kids and other people around us would also love us
Yes.
looking clean. Okay, and
Yes.
that's so true. So basically just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Let your marriage be a priority to you.
Yeah.
Make your marriage your priority, otherwise you'd lose it at some point.
Mm.
Okay,
Let
and
me
like
just
Adese said, it's
say
hard
this.
work.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not supposed to say this. Um, you see, this thing we are talking about, always learn to be clean. A friend of my husband, he's always complaining that the wife is very disorganized. Those things turn men off.
Yeah,
All right. He said the lady always turn her, that's the wife turn her off. If
yeah,
she's too dirty, too disorganized. I think it's high time, if we are like that, it's high time we wake up from all those things and start doing things right. If we want
yeah.
to have a solid and a sweet home.
But again, what I'm going to say to that man is, before he married that lady, he must have seen some of those traits in her, which he
Many times he
ignored.
goes to visit her, the room is always tight because she's got 4 kids. But I think it's not an excuse. Maybe
Yeah,
some kids will mess up things. You can also seek for help or teach your children to do things.
yeah, yeah,
Like I told you, I'm
absolutely.
a mom of 5, even though I have an adult as a child, but even the little ones, you tell them after playing with your toys, they have where they put their toys. They will also help to keep the home tidy.
Yeah, tidy up time.
Let me take your time, to the extent the husband will be using me as an example. There was a time I was going to visit her. I heard that, yeah, okay, you must marry a day today. You must marry a day today. You see,
Um,
I was just like, oh no. He said, yeah, they has 5 children. All those things. I think it's also good for us. It's also good
yeah.
for us. Just be tidy.
But having said that, though, I think there are ways that you can correct your partner without comparing her to another
Yes,
person.
I don't yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah. To
exactly.
have to say
Yeah.
you
I'm
well,
going
that
for
means
all
you've
of
been
that
doing
as
it for
well.
a long time, and that's to me,
Yeah.
that's not right. You can correct your
Also, they
partner.
communicate. Sit her
Yeah,
down, talk to her
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Or you clean the house yourself so that when you
Yourself and let her follow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
yeah,
important. Yeah. We should also
yeah,
learn to say I'm sorry. We should be quick to say I'm sorry. All
yeah,
right. Some people they will offend that. Some men they will say no, 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 no. You have to come apologize first. We should be quick to say I'm sorry. All right.
yes.
If we need help, we
Yeah.
should seek for one.
Seek for help. Seek
And
for help.
yeah,
Yeah.
God will help
Yeah.
us. Our marriages can only get better.
Amen.
This way
Amen.
as well.
Amen. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for coming today. Really, really do.
Yeah.
So, bottom line today, what we've been talking about is how to
Yeah.
spice up your relationship, how to spice up your marriage.
Yes.
But before Ade goes, if you don't have Ade, she's Ade Say Osawe TV. Check her channel out. If you like what she does, you can follow her on YouTube. That would be great. Okay, but the conversation we're having today is how to spice up your relationship, how to spice up your marriage.
Mm.
And the reason we're discussing this is because a lot of marriages go stale after some time, after 1 year, 2 years, not 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line. The marriage goes stale. Communication is no longer there. The attraction is not there. The excitement is not there. So how
Mm.
do we? What are the reasons? What causes these things from to happen? I
Mm.
don't know if that English is correct, but what's the cause of all this stillness in marriage? And we talked about people getting too busy, people not prioritizing their relationship and things like that. And one of the major things Ade said today is for you to be intentional about your marriage,
Okay,
because
very
marriage is hard work. So don't get married and think that's an achievement, because it's not. It's a beginning of a journey
true.
with someone that you
Yes.
don't know. So you need to be intentional and work on your marriage. So yes, the first couple of years will be maybe not too smooth. But as time goes on, you learn each other, you learn your likes and dislikes, and then you should be able to have a sweet home. Okay. But having said that, there are things that we can also do to spice up our marriages, like communicating, telling your partner what you want, resolving conflicts as they come. Okay, going on holiday, surprising each other, sending messages, doing something. Have a getaway, just the two of you, without your family, without your children. Okay, just go away and have a good time together. No one's stopping you. After all, you have the certificate to do whatever you like.
Yeah,
You
that's it.
understand? So just go away. And she talked about dressing as well. So dress up, not just for yourself, but also for your husband. Dress up in a way that when your partner sees you, they'll be like, fine girl or fine boy or something like that. A healthy living with Deborah. Thank you for that super chat. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So dress up in a way that when your partner sees you, they will be proud to say, okay, this is my wife. Not the situation whereby they'll see you, they'll be like, okay, you day one corner, my day one corner. You understand?
Exactly.
So when
Yeah,
they see you, they'll be like, my baby's hot or my guy is hot or something like that, something to
exactly.
make you
Yeah.
happy and proud. Okay, so it's all in our hands. A talk of which you say, I offended Oga before going to church today. I said sorry, Sha, before stepping out, but he's still mad till now. I have tried the tips I used before with him. It's not working. Biko, help a sister. So what I think I'll talk and then I'll let Ade talk as well. What I think you should do is go to him and ask him like, okay, what is I go do? What can I do to like in a make it like funny or however you want to do it, like okay, sorry, no vex. What can I do to appease you or something like that? And hear what he says. You understand? You can try to make it like say it in a way that there's humor so that it won't be too serious. That's my take. I don't know what Ade thinks about
Yeah.
it.
It also depends on how you said the sorry. Maybe
Yeah.
you said, sorry now. Like the
Hmm.
way you say sorry. Oh, sorry, sweetie. Sorry, honey. Hug
Yeah.
him. Kiss him. Is there anything I can make to make it better?
Yeah.
Something like that, okay?
Yeah.
Because now you are now playing the correct girl here now that you said sorry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you know what you did.
So it depends on how you said the sorry to him.
Yeah.
You understand? So don't give up, don't be angry, don't be upset. Go back again and say
And
sorry.
just say
Like,
sorry. Yeah.
I think you should kiss him, hug him,
Yeah.
and ask him again, what do you want me to say again? I've
Yeah.
said sorry.
What can I do?
Yes.
What do you like to eat? What should I cook for you? Or just say,
Exactly.
me, I
Prepare
like to say, I like to
exactly.
do things and add humor to it so that
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Zoba as well, thank you for that amazing super chat. Thank you so much. God bless you mightily. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. But thank you also. Go closer to him and make him laugh. Exactly. That's another way. Your sister have done this once. You are saying, go again.
Wow.
you know.
Well,
But thank you all so much. I really do appreciate every single one of you for coming today. Fitness Study, Cubs Den, Thunder Scorpion, Zoba's World, Elias Matters, Held and Living with Deborah, Onome, Noma. Thank you all so much for coming. Held and Living with Deborah. Who else? Ines. Is it Ines or
Iniye, Iniye,
Inie? Inie? Is that it?
yeah.
Inia, thank you so much. Inspirational by Marie. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to my live stream today. Esther's Chronicle. I appreciate every single one of you for coming, for your engagement as well. This live stream will be very interesting. There hasn't
Very
been a dull moment, but thank you all so much. I
good.
appreciate everyone. They say thank you so, 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 so much. I can't thank you enough for coming. I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so this is where we'll call it a wrap. Okay, but thank you all. I hope you all have an amazing week. I hope you have an amazing the rest of the day is amazing and the rest of July. It's a new month.
Amen.
Yeah. I hope you have a blessed month, the
Yeah.
seventh month, the month of perfection. I pray that God will perfect all that concerns you this month. And I
Amen.
pray that your path will drop fatness in Jesus' name. Have a
Amen.
lovely week, everyone, and see you
Yeah.
next week by God's grace.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, and keep being
Bye.
being your
Bye.
best self.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.